Hi, I'm Steven, and I'll be sharing some ways that you can apply and adopt in order to make a fortune before you graduate from school or from college or whatever level of schooling that you belong to. And I'm going to be sharing this a lot from my experience and also in experiences of my students that I've helped to support in that area. And this is really crucial at this time because um, the way schooling is done right now is very questionable. You're going to school does not promise you a guaranteed future. You having a degree, a certificate does not actually secure your future. Gone are the days where you make a promise to a child and say, go to school, get good grades, and when you graduate, you're going to have a high paying job and you have your life fixed and settled for life. Wrong. That no longer exists. And as a result of that, we have to rethink a lot of things that we do with school. And so if you're in school, you need to start rethinking a lot of things to make sure that you make your session and time in school count. I'm not saying you should begin to bust classes, do some form of awkward things. I'm only trying to say how can you maximize that and make a fortune. I mean, I've had a number of my students who graduate from school, becoming millionaires, having a company, getting opportunities even before they graduate. And so, what I'm going to do with this session is see how you can do with that. Take note: out of the number of persons that graduate from college every single year, 51% of them don't get employed for the next 2 to 3 years. Just about the fourth, fifth year, that's when a number of them start getting employment. And that's not good enough. I mean, you didn't go to college to waste a number of a very good period of your life. So it's crucial that you begin to take certain things seriously. So what are the things that you can do while in college that you can do to make money and also make a huge fortune and build some form of opportunities around yourself? That's what we're going to be looking at. All right, so I'm going to be sharing 8 ways by which you can make a fortune before you graduate from college. At least if you're going to go to school at all and graduate, which is good to give some more basic knowledge, you should at least graduate, becoming something really remarkable beyond just having that piece of paper they call certificate. And maybe there's someone there thinking,
I'm good enough. I just need to, make that certificate and everything about my life will just be fixed and I'll be settled.
well, just to let you know, that's wrong. It works no more. I mean, I can tell you this from the experiences of a number of my students who have placed huge premium and value on that. A number of them are kind of like struggling, but now they're realizing a lot of things now and they're fixing that. What I'm trying to do basically is to help to mitigate the rising level of graduate unemployment, which you can basically fix with entrepreneurship and simple basic knowledge that I will share through this platform. And so here are the 8 ways. First, one I'm going to share is build strong, healthy networks. You might be wondering, what exactly does that mean? Well, build the kind of networks that can help you secure the kind of future that you want. So let me ask you a question. If you were to need $10,000 right now, can you raise it right now? What's the quality of your networks? What's the quality of your friends? What's the quality of the number of persons that you circulate yourself with? What's the value of your circle? Can you raise 10 million naira right now? Can you raise $10,000 right now? If you need $50,000 right now, can you make it happen right now, like in the snap? If you can't, this just expresses the value and quality of your network. If you can, it also expresses the value and quality of your network. So what I'm saying is begin to consciously build the right kinds of networks. Unfortunately, school will not teach how to build networks. In fact, the way school teaches you not to build networks. I mean, so when you're doing an examination, you're not allowed to ask questions, you're not allowed to collaborate, you're not allowed to even ask a question. Yes, just to operate as a solo. But in the real world, you don't operate solo. In the real world, you get more successful the more you collaborate and network with people. So you need to start building networks right now. I remember just one of my students just now who needed to get something done, and she needed about $70,000 to make that happen. And because of the quality of her network, she was able to make that happen just in about 2 months. She was able to raise 70,000 US dollars to accomplish the objectives she was trying to accomplish. And she rallied around and got a number of persons to really help her out with that. Can you make that happen? Yes, of course you can. And so start building your networks right now. Find out, explore, see what's going on amongst your colleagues. Who can make what happen? What is each person working on? How can you begin to learn from what other students and colleagues are doing, not just in your school, other schools, and even outside your present geographical location to see how you can begin to build quality and healthy networks that can help you accomplish lots of things. Not just only about money, but maybe also around them skills and talents. If, for instance, you want to start a startup, you might require a developer, a graphic designer, someone who understands the streets, who can market effectively. You should begin to build networks around those persons now because it will be tough if you can't really connect with or win with people at this particular point of your life. So this is a very good opportunity to build that kind of opportunity even for yourself. And in building strong networks, note that you will always attract the kind of person that you are. So become the kind of person you want to really attract, and that will really help you in attracting the right people and building right and healthy networks. Number two out of the 8 ways is build your sales skills. You have to build your sales skills. You see, schooling doesn't teach you how to sell. Even doing a marketing degree does not mean you have the ability to market or you have the ability to sell. The idea here is you need to begin to cultivate the kind of attitude, way of thinking that really thrives beyond the four walls of the classroom or beyond the four walls of a university or college or higher education institution or whatever platform of schooling that you're in. And that's very vital because no matter how much you have, no matter the quality of your skill, including the technical skill that you're acquiring in college or in school, if you can't sell yourself, if you can't sell your skill or your abilities, no matter how exceptional you are, you can't make any money as much as you would have. I've seen quite a number of persons who know how to make better meals and even better hamburgers than McDonald's, but they don't make as much money as McDonald's because they can't sell. You have to learn how to sell. So find something that you can sell. You don't find anything or product you can sell. You're a product yourself. You have talent. You have the ability to do something. Yeah. Sell that. Use that to train yourself. Read a lot about selling. Read a lot about marketing. Try to know about yourself. Be able to figure out your fears and deal with them. Because one of the things that you learn when it comes to selling is you'll be able to also find out what you're afraid of. Maybe the fear of rejection. Not everybody likes to hear no when he or she is trying to sell something to someone. And that's one of the things you will encounter if you're going to sell anyway. So you have to learn and start practicing how to deal with rejection. You also have to start learning how to deal with the fear of failure because you will fail, but you have to learn from the failure, and your attitude towards the failure also matters. So it's a process for you to also learn. So build your sales skills. And number three, which is related, is actually sell something. Sell something. You have to sell something. And there are things that you can do in terms of selling while in school. For instance, and this is really good and healthy for you as a student because selling will help you find yourself. Selling will help you improve yourself. Selling will help you make a lot of money. I mean, I can tell you that. Selling will help you make a lot of money. It's when you sell and offer value that you get, money in exchange or some form of value in exchange. So this is not for this session, but I'll just try to share like a few tips of things that you can sell. You can sell some of your abilities. You could sell some of your services. If you're good in photography, for instance, there are a number of persons, including your fellow students, who need such kind of service. Your teachers and lecturers need such kind of service. Offer that as a service and get rewarded in return. Start learning how to make money, save money, invest money, and increase your net worth even at this stage. You don't have a product to sell, real estate. Check the link in my description. You'll find a link with respect to real estate and how you can invest in real estate with as little as 50,000 naira or something less than $200 just to find yourself, starting in something. So you can sell real estate and I can help you around that. And all of my students are doing that. I'm also investing in real estate. So you can also take some advantages of that and begin to do something. More importantly, use that to learn. Use that to build your sales skills and at the same time make money in the process. That'll be healthy for you. Number four thing you need to do to start making a fortune before you graduate is to start saving money. Start saving money. And this is key, not just for the art of saving in itself, but for the habit and what it does to you. You need to start building that habit now because you need that habit to be really successful by the time you graduate from college. And this really help you. And there are many platforms you can take advantage of. I personally use PettySave as a means to save because it has this auto save feature on it, and there are also interest rates that they give that accrue to the amount that I save. You can click the link in my description, and you can just start by opening an account to see what you can do with that. So this is what savings does. If you're going to become someone who has resources, but clearly when you need it, you need to start building the ability to save, even if it's 10% of your income. No matter how small, start now to build the habit, then begin to increase that and use the successes to motivate yourself to continue to save because you need that. If, for instance, you have the chance to buy an asset that is maybe valued at, say, $50,000, and all they're asking for, because whoever is trying to sell such kind of investment is desperate and needs, money right now. I've seen that happen. Someone, wants to sell a house. Let's say it's valued at let's just even say $50,000. And because of the desperation of the seller, he or she needs about $5,000. And you don't have $500 because you've not been saving. Not because you've not been having inflows of income in some way, but maybe because you've not been saving. And you don't even have $1,000 just to put something down and say, all right, I'm committing myself, and I would like to get this. And the value is 50,000, of which even if you don't need the house, I mean, you can as well sell and, figure out how you can raise the money if you have 1,000 down and then sell and recoup and make huge fortune in terms of gain from that. I mean, if you have $5,000 and you put it down and acquire the asset, and you actually, put that property for sale in the market, and you sell it, and you remove your 5,000 and return it back from where you took it from, and maybe additional cost, say $2,000, you have about $43,000 as income that you made because you were smart enough to save at the beginning. I mean, you should have something to start with. You can't be spending all the things that you have. This is the best time of your life. You have to be money smart. It's the time you have to make as much mistakes as possible. So you need to begin to build the kind of savings that will help you to experiment to make the kind of savings and investments that you need to make the kind of progress that you require. So start saving from now. You need it. That's where your reserves are. So make it a habit. That's all where you're going to build a fortune. And you build a fortune mostly from investing. But of course, what are you going to use to invest? It's from your savings. So start saving right now. That's the best way to start. Click the link in my bio, take advantage of PettySave, and use that to open an account. So remember, as I mentioned, savings will help you. And in fact, you can begin to define your journey to become a billionaire right now by starting how to save, by learning how to save, by actually saving and investing at this level that you are. Those are the habits that makes billionaires. So you can start your journey right now. And in fact, you can tell from your colleagues who have started doing that right now. You can be able to fast forward and say, oh, 5 years time from now, I foresee this guy's going to be billionaire. I mean, with the way I see he's moving or the way she's moving. So you can start and do the same as well. And so the next point here, that's number 5, is increase your IQ, particularly your business and finance IQ. You need to be smart here. At this level, you have to learn how to make money. You have to learn how to manage money. You have to learn how to multiply money. Um, right now, as a student, for most students, maybe not you, but for most students, they make money mostly from income, from allowances from their parents, pocket money, and the likes of that. Maybe they don't work for money yet, so they don't know how to make money. Start using this opportunity to learn how to make money. Do some form of business. Try to do something that makes you money. And the next point, I'll kind of like touch on something that's similar to that. Figure out how to make money. And also, not just make money, learn how to manage money. And this, is where savings is coming to the picture again. For everything that comes to you as income, not all is meant for spending. Learn the art of budgeting your money and time as well. And because your time and your money are vital resources that you need to make a lot of money. So you have to start learning how to manage money, set aside the amount that you're going to save and invest. Look at your costs and see what's important here, what's not important here. It doesn't mean you're stupid or you're stingy. It just means that your money is smart. So you have to start learning how not to eat your future today, but how to invest and make a bigger future than the present by doing the right things right now. And also you have to learn how to multiply money, and that's where investing and trading comes into the picture. So put that in your mind to make sure you make a lot of progress here. So you still have a lot of time before you, and that's why this is a very good chance for you to begin to build your IQ, particularly your business IQ and your finance IQ. So the next point here, which is number 6, that you need to be able to build a fortune before you graduate, is acquire money making skills. And these skills are not technical skills like the kind that you learn in your basic, education theory and all that. And this is not to demean those. This is just to say there are certain skills that are in high demand, like in the snap, which you need to start cultivating now. Even skills as simple as photography. I mean, there's huge demand for that. And you can begin to take advantage of those to begin to make a fortune for yourself. Also, skills like the ability to code, to program, to develop apps, mobile apps or web apps. I mean, I have a number of my students. I mean, I remember one just now who made about $3,000. I mean, just about 2 months ago, just because of his ability to code and to program. People need those services. There's a huge demand for developers. I mean, so if you can build those kind of skills, if you're interested in it, then begin to build those and begin to monetize such skills and make a huge fortune. I mean, you think it's all your colleagues or classmates that are normal students? A number of them are fortune makers and millionaires. And I think you want to join that league. So don't underestimate yourself and think because you're in schools you are not valuable enough to start making money. You can start making money right now and to create a lot of value, which will give you the kind of choices, the best of choices to make, because now you have money to do those things you're really passionate about doing, and you can do a lot of good to the world by the kind of resources that you're amassing. So you can start that journey right now and acquire the right skills. So the point here is acquire money making skills, skills that can help you make a lot of money, whether it be photography, the ability to develop apps, whether mobile apps or web apps, even simple UI UX design or to design graphic designs, digital skills, social media marketing, things you could do to support other people and also get rewarded. I mean, this little girl that I know who makes money from social media marketing. I mean, that's she enjoys it. So she gets roughly about 5,000 naira from small businesses, and she charges them every month just to support their social media and manage their handles and all that. I mean, no matter how small, use that to learn to build money making skills and skills that also make money at the same time so you can make a lot of money. And number seven way by which you can build a fortune for yourself before you graduate is create and build content, say a blog or a YouTube channel, something. But start learning how to create and build content. So let's just even say blog. A blog is one good platform. Um, as a student, you're in the very creative season of your life, lots of ideas, opportunity to express yourself, and all those things. So, having and building a blog is a very good way to begin to express your creativity and tell your stories to the world, whether from your journeys, whether from your travels, your experiences with your colleagues, something you're passionate about, or you write poems or stories. But somebody kind of like is interested in what you actually have to share. One of my students actually started a blog about 2 years ago, and that blog makes him about $2,000 every month, in AdSense, in Google AdSense. That's ad revenue by from Google AdSense, and you can always take advantage of that and start from where you are, where you have. You can begin to engage this, get yourself busy, learn how to write. Uh, Beyond just making money, you would have done a lot of good to yourself in the process. So maximize your creativity at this level by using various platforms like building blogs, to really share your voice and give the world your voice. And if you're the kind that you're very comfortable with the camera, then you can always start a YouTube channel to share something to the world. Of course, I don't mean share stupid stuff. Actually means share something really interesting that people need, solve people's problems, not just because you stand behind the camera, but solve people's problems by giving them answers to their questions, solutions to their problems, and answers to their concerns. That's what makes an entrepreneur, and that's what will help you make the best value. And number eight of the ways that you can make a fortune before you graduate is to acquire life and work skills that will help you become successful in life and at work, and that you can do mostly through volunteering and taking advantage of internship opportunities. You see, what schooling does is to give you one out of the three categorical skills you need to really be successful in life. The three of them. But what schooling does is to give you just one of them, and that's technical skills. But you need three. You need technical skills, you need life skills, you need entrepreneurial skills. So technical skills are, think about the things you learn in school, whether it be engineering or economics or accounting or maybe mass communication. Just think about the things you learn in school. I mean, what schooling does is to give you the technical skills that you need. And but technical skills in themselves, have no balance of support on their own. There are other kind of skills needed. In fact, what most employers usually complain of is the lack of life skills that most graduates lack. Most graduates lack life skills. I mean, the ability to negotiate, work in teams, work with people, take initiatives, the ability to analyze issues and solve problems, and lead and do something really remarkable, communicate even effectively. So, if you can take advantage of volunteer opportunities, even if you're not invited, I mean, seek for and opt to be involved to solve people's problems. I mean, that's doing something to you. You're building skills, you're building experiences. And for those of you who want to get a big job upon graduation, this actually gives you greater chances than those who don't even give it a shot. For instance, now a number of employers are having as part of their requirements maybe something like minimum 2 years experiences, and you're wondering where will you get this experience from? I mean, I just graduated. Well, who cares about that? What you want to do is what are you going to do with your time during your holiday breaks? What can you do with your time of while at school? What are the volunteer opportunities you're taking advantage of? Just think of the way people will perceive you if they check from your profile, your track record, that you've been able to do certain things and you're never paid for those things. I mean, for the sake of volunteering somewhere where you've not even been paid for. And there could be somewhere they will pay you actually for the things that you're doing, but seek opportunities to volunteer somewhere for the sake of building your skills, and also look for internship opportunities where you can intern. But if you don't find, volunteer somewhere. If there are no volunteer opportunities, opt to do it for free. And with that, you can make the best use of yourself. I mean, you want to make sure you're able to build your life skills and your entrepreneur skills and seek opportunities to exercise them. And those usually come through volunteering. So you volunteer through such means. Those are the 8 things that you can do to ensure that you're able to make a fortune before you graduate. And I hope you enjoyed the session. Now I'm asking you to go on and be great by doing the 8 things and get results from them. And I'd like you to, let me know what you think about this particular video in the comment section. And I make the promise to respond to your comments, and I would like to engage with you. You'll be seeing me more on YouTube now because I'm very passionate about seeing to it that we're able to cultivate high growth talents and entrepreneurs to be able to create prosperity. I've been doing that at a small scale offline. Now I want to do it online and build a community and add as much value as I can. So I'm kindly requesting subscribe to my channel and please hit the like button. I would deeply appreciate that. Also, the opportunities for you to invest. You can look at the description below. Look for the one on real estate. Look for the one on savings. I use PettySafe as I mentioned. You can click the link in the description. I also use RealVest to invest in real estate. Click the link in the description and take advantage of that. You can also follow me on Instagram and on Facebook and other social media platforms. My name is Steve Nulatobi. Thank you for having me in this session, and please go on and be great.